A very warm welcome to you. This is PLUK, language training, personalised tutoring to reach your goals in association with PLUK Development. We offer business and general English courses which are prepared for your individual needs. Today's topic is business persuasion. We will discuss certain business persuasion and generally persuasion techniques, including the door in your face technique, the foot in the door technique. There we go. The cognitive dissonance effect. 2 routes to persuasion. Distraction disarms counter-arguments. The self-reference effect. The primacy and recency effect. And serial positioning. Before that, I will introduce some of the key terms and vocabulary in a context, in a Polish context, French context, German context, and most importantly today, the English context. The first verb, the first term, is to acquire. For example, she has acquired a lot of knowledge. She has acquired a lot of knowledge. Social psychology is playing a significant role in business. Social psychology is playing a significant role in business. Number 3, I'm aware of many psychological games. I'm aware of many psychological games. Number 4, it's time you moved. Look at the past simple here. It's time you moved on to the next level. And this is the unreal past, which I can explain to you in a separate lesson. Number 5, he wanted to sell his house at an outlandishly high price. He wanted to sell his house at an outlandishly high price. Number 6, the second offer was far more reasonable. The second offer was far more reasonable. Number 7, some stockbrokers have higher fees than others. Some stockbrokers have higher fees than others. Number 8, do you think buying and selling shares is similar to gambling? Do you think buying and selling shares is similar to gambling? Number 9, they have engaged in many disagreeable activities. They have engaged in many disagreeable activities. Number 10, there are 2 routes to persuasion. There are 2 routes to persuasion. Number 11, some people focus mainly on content. Some people focus mainly on content. Number 12, she focused on the salesman's appearance, but not the content of his pitch. She focused on the salesman's appearance, but not the content of his pitch. Number 13, according to recent findings, we benefit more from focusing on content. According to recent findings, we benefit more from focusing on content. Number 14, I was distracted from the main message. I was distracted from the main message. Number 15, she was distracted by the loud music. She was distracted by the loud music. Number 16, his counterview was very damaging. His counterview was very damaging. Number 17, you should distract his attention away from his counterview. You should distract his attention away from his counterview. Number 18, it's important to build a good rapport with your client. It's important to build a good rapport with your clients. Number 19, by learning about new cultures, we expand our cultural paradigm. By learning about new cultures, we expand our cultural paradigm. And number 20, he made sure that his hard work did not go unnoticed. So, persuasion techniques, this is the text. The knowledge acquired by social psychologists is beginning to play a significant role in business. In simple terms, social psychology studies the ways human beings interact with each other in all walks of life. So how aware are you of the psychological games playing with your mind in the world of business? Did you know that once people have agreed to do something for you, there's a higher chance they could move on to the next level and offer you even more? This concept, the foot in the door technique, has many applications. For example, once you've established a business relationship with one person, there's a higher chance you'll be able to get more out of a deal in the future. A simple example can be offering to iron your neighbour's clothes. Once your foot is in their door, you could be given more items to iron and additionally get paid for it. If you have benefited from having your foot in the door, you might even get something from the door in your face. Confused? Let me explain. For example, by offering to sell your product or service your car, so if somebody offers to service your car at an outlandishly high price, and then proceeding to negotiate, so they say they'll service your car for £1,000, and then they negotiate to 600, where in actual fact the value is £300, there is still a high chance that you will sell, or the person directing their sale will sell, at a desirable price by making it seem more reasonable in comparison with the initial outrageous offer. The door in the face technique is another game we all should be aware of. The cognitive dissonance effect is another technique used frequently in business. It is especially effective in selling services that involve high risk. Have you ever participated in an online virtual stockbroker game? This involves buying and selling shares on the stock exchange for virtual money just to get a feel for what it's like. The same goes for gambling games and so on. By somehow engaging in an activity we may find disagreeable, we could end up experiencing a cognitive dissonance and breaking our code of conduct. And are you aware of the two routes to persuasion? Generally, there are two types of audiences. Those focused on content, and they take the so-called central route. They pay attention to what you have to say and formulate their opinion based on content analysis. The distracted group takes the peripheral route. They may focus on the less relevant parts of a pitch, such as the speaker's appearance, their tone of voice, or the shoes they might be wearing. Simple slogans, such as an apple a day keeps the doctor away, are likelier to work for them than an experiment was conducted on a panel of 500 people, and according to our recent findings, the benefits of consuming organic food regularly cannot be underestimated. It has been proven that if the audience is distracted from the main message long enough not to find a reason to say no, they are more likely to accept the pitch. This can be done by introducing background music, for example. When we sense that a counter-argument is about to be formulated by someone, distracting that person's attention away from the topic may help prevent them from expressing their potentially damaging counter view. However, the intensity of the distraction also plays a role. It has been proven that ads are showed in between very graphic, violent or sexual content, and these ads often go unnoticed. So those ads go unnoticed. And let me just change something here. Here we go, now there's more sense. This is called the distraction disarms counter arguments. I distracted you there, didn't I? By appealing to a person's ego, we are more likely to create a suitable rapport with the recipient of our message. So this is another technique we probably all are aware of, but let's give them a name. Most people are preoccupied with themselves. They are stuck in their own paradigm and have their own unique points of reference. And very good. But by addressing what makes them tick, we can increase the chances of getting them to respond positively to our request. So remember about the self-reference effect. And last but not least, people tend to remember what is at the beginning of a list and what is right at its end. This works in the positioning of a product, it works in advertising, it works in marketing. And it's what is known as the primacy and recency effect, or serial positioning. And now my question to you all is, do you remember the first technique mentioned in this article? Now let's have a look at the grammar exercises, and this will be your homework. Once you've done them, contact me to get the answer sheet tutorial with detailed explanations. So I'll correct your grammar and explain the grammar in a detailed context. Enjoy yourselves. Please contact me at plukdevelopment@gmail.com. Thank you very much and see you soon, hear from you soon. Enjoy yourselves. Take care.